And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now they try the right side here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Love. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Come on, let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Hey, Urban. Check curls, check curls, check curls. 45 the mic. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
From the 50, it's long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a give, right side. It's Lloyd. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds McCoy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Lloyd, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Down. 15 at the flag. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Coming.
On 2nd down, it's Lloyd. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to Goldman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Eagles nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get alert. He wants the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch the air. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. 36.
Strong right.
Check 49.
Now they try the right side here.
I got you, boy.
A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. 11. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check. Close.
Here's Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
At the Giants' 11-yard line.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Get there. Watch twist.
Here's Locke. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal.
11 green. Hey, Alpha. We ain't giving them nothing today. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Here's Locke. Being chased out left. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tight right. 3 down. Hey.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big 30-yard play on third.
Kill. Check. Check out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 4. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. He's tired of me.
2nd and 13. This is caught. But he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 3-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd and 3. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Kill. General West.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. Escaping the pressure right. And Cooper able to work his way open. That's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 45 the mark. Get track.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 2, Luck throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Now it's Luck. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Locke. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now back to throw, and that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turn the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I got it. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's go, Mexico.
From the 35 on second down. Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. O'Shane Zimenez able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
From the gun, here's Luck. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check 59. Hey, get in the weight room. Kill. No.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
Now a give, right side. Lloyd. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This short throw caught by Goddard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check 26, check 26. Mexico, Mexico.
Back to throw, Love. And he fires one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. 45. Mike. Hey, check. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
To throw is Love. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike, check, 59.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey. 45 to Mike.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Haywood. He's coming, double up. 45 to Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now Love. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
He's coming. We got double.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
You got tight. You got.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Their mobile quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
45, Mike, 45.
Hey, Echo.
Let him know.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
45 to Mike. I got one. 45. Mike, 45. 11Z. Watch the run. Check.
Now Locke. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, check Mike 45. Watch the curve. 11Z. 45.
Back to the air. Locke on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
45. Mike, 45. 65. 11. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Go ahead. Watch twist.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Sneaky guys. On. 86. Hey, quick. Check 24. Whip. Watch the whip. 12.
Here we go on 4th. Rock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lloyd. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards and a Giant first down. They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
45 the mark. Come on. Pick up the ball. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch, hey, exit. Screen. Watch the screen. 45, Mike, 45. Exit. 45 to Mike, 45.
Luck now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Undercrunch. Big ass. Alert. Goose.
Here's Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A real real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
11Z. Watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Love. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
11. 45. Rip left. Shift.
Hey, team 6. 12.
45 to Mike.
You better bring it.
Love. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Off of play action. Love. Now a hit and Love lost the football. It's out. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
That's how we do it.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Hey, check. 45 to Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Bravo.
12.
One last throw here for Love. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's another week, another loss as they fall down 0-9. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.